Good afternoon, sir.
Sir, good
Sir,
afternoon.
your voice is not audible.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Am I audible now?
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, colleagues.
Am I audible now, dear friends?
Sir,
Yes.
yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you are on.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So we will begin the session. Welcome all of you to session number 2 of 91st batch of ISTD PG Diploma program. And in the last class, one request, if you could just keep the chat window free from your messages. Right. Yeah, okay, fine. All right. So let's have a quick recap of what we had discussed in the last class. We had discussed about Kirkpatrick's training evaluation model. And we had 4 levels there: reaction, learning, behavior, and results. We also had discussed about training from different perspectives: training from trainees' perspective, training from trainers' perspective, and training from an organization's perspective. We also had taken a live case study where I had given you all something to work on, and I had requested all of you to apply Kirkpatrick's training evaluation model, which all of you did very enthusiastically. Okay, any questions from this model before we proceed any further?
Yeah, sir. This is Santosh.
Yes,
So
sir.
basically, my question is with the fourth level, that is organization.
Okay. Can you repeat your question? Your question was not heard
Yeah,
properly.
yeah, sir. So my question is like how to measure the organization performance or improvement in the organization performance
Okay.
through the
Okay.
Kirkpatrick.
Okay. Okay. Let me give you the same perspective. See, there was a tire manufacturing company, and the tire manufacturing company, something like Seat, had invested X rupees on the training program. And the training was conducted for some time. People started performing after the training program, and they were working on certain assignments. And what could be the evident results, or what could be the dimensions when you can actually say that the training was successful? You could have parameters like, have the complaints come down, have the number of invoices generated gone up, have the customer complaints come down, have or is there any change in the number of people hopping from one brand to the other, or in other words, customer dropouts have come down, queries have come down, accuracy of invoice has gone up. So these are all the evident results. Inter-team conflicts have come down. Interpersonal skills of people have gone up. People now have started thinking holistically. When these are the results, it is quite evident that the organization will benefit from this. So when you club all these parameters, we say the benefit of the training program was good for the organization or acceptable for the organization. Clear?
Sir, actually, sir, my doubt is I am working in a very large organization,
Yeah.
and there are so many factors that can affect the organization performance. So,
Yes.
how to de-link or differentiate that this performance is
You have
basically
to,
due to training,
no,
and this performance is for the other factors?
okay. You have to understand or you have to analyze what was the training topic. If the training topic was to improve the quality of invoice or the accuracy of invoice, or if the training program was to reduce customer dropouts, specific training was given, and have those objectives been achieved, or have the organization or has the organization achieved those particular training objectives? That is why we have multiple training programs: technical, soft skills, financial, various. So in case there was a training program specifically given to make people prepare better invoices, and the post result of that is there are accurate invoices generated, that is one direct outcome.
Dr. Sanjay, can I ask something?
Yeah,
Yes.
fine, sir. Just sir, one more question. We have to go to measure all four levels
Yes.
for all trainings, or it is limited to
No,
type
no.
of training and level
No.
of measurement?
When we refer to the word balanced diet, it must have everything in it. Similarly, to evaluate any training program, all the four levels must be assessed. It is a model. It cannot be taken in half. You have to take all the levels of this training program. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Right. So
Can
we
I ask
will.
you a question, Dr. Sanjay?
Yes, please.
Dr. Sanjay, I work in the pharma industry, and I truly understand this Kirkpatrick model in terms of the reaction level, the learning level, the behavior level, and the result level. Now, what actually happens in our industry is that obviously we have our things in place where we take feedback in terms of the reaction. Normally, from a training point of view, normally comes out to be good.
Yes.
Because that's an instant reaction which comes out. The learning patient part also we are able to measure. When it comes to behavior, also we are good enough to go. But when it comes to result, what actually happens in the industry, it might vary from industry to industry for that matter, is that there are business conflicts which always happens, because normally there are field managers who are also in charge of developing those set of people. So constant is that we portraying that as a training outcome. This is one area probably
Yes. Yeah.
finding it difficult.
Your question is absolutely very, very pertinent. In fact, RBI in one of its report mentions it very clearly that it is very difficult to evaluate the training program after level 3. That is what you mentioned. And the case is very pertinent to pharma industry as well. But then what we can do is one particular training program which was conducted, the objectives have to be studied very, very comprehensively. Once the objectives and the training outcomes are studied, jotted down properly, then evaluation is possible. We have to set exact parameters on which training can be evaluated.
Now, obviously, I got the point that you are coming from. The only context is that in this industry, a lot of things vary. It's seasonal, a lot
Yes,
of factors are there,
yes,
right?
yes.
So from that context, actually getting, because ultimately we should boil that down to
See,
business, correct?
it is like a research. It is like a research. Evaluating training program is like a research. And in social science research, or in the research context, there is something called as I told this in my last class as well, but let me repeat it for the benefit of everyone. There is something called as 95 research accuracy or 95 level confidence level. And there is something called as 99% confidence level. Now, what is this 95 and 99? Okay, suppose we want to evaluate a doctor. I'll come to your pharma sector. We want to evaluate the efficiency of a doctor or a success rate of a doctor. Now, how do you evaluate the success rate of a doctor? based on the number of patients that he can cure or illnesses that he can cover. Right?
Yeah.
So let's take 100 samples that the doctor has treated.
Okay.
95% of them say that the doctor is good and we have overcome our illness because the doctor was good. 95 people say that our illness or the abnormalities were treated well. Okay. 5 people say the doctor is not good or we did not overcome our illness. Does that really mean that the doctor is bad? So now I will come to that 5 number. What may have happened? Probably the doctor may be in hurry when he was, or he might be in some mental anxiety when he was treating these 5 patients because he is human. So he may have prescribed something wrong or not the right medicine. Or it may have also happened that these 5 people who were treated by this doctor did not follow the instructions properly. The doctor had told them, don't eat junk food, don't do this, don't do that. Yet they did not follow. They continued the same lifestyle, as a result of which they did not overcome their illness. That does not mean that the doctor is bad. This is called as 5% error. So when you evaluate your training program, there is some scope given for something called as 5% error. In that 5% error, you look into the seasonal variations, you look into mental imbalances that people go through, you look into the mental wellness component that people undergo, the ups and downs. So there is scope for that. Your training accuracy or training measurement need not be 100%. Even if it is correct to the tune of 95%, it is still considered as a success program.
So the range is only 5%.
A range of error is 5%. And that is official, that is permitted. Even in Six Sigma concept, there is scope for error.
Got it. Right. Thanks.
Okay. Right.
Hi.
Dear friends,
Hello, sir.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, I have a just quick question, maybe. So how do we say that the use of AI into the effective training, effective measurement? So I've heard this back in the days from one of the vendor, and they were providing some solutions around the AI, which can help your monitoring your overall effectiveness of the program.
AI, if the AI is programmed to evaluate at 95% or 99%, then it will evaluate accordingly. But we as training managers, we as seasoned HR professionals are trying to go to the ground, and then we are trying to evaluate. AI may not go to the ground. AI will be superficial.
Okay.
AI may not understand ground realities.
Yeah, I think that's very important. Yes.
Yeah. So we are trying to, AI may not understand ground realities.
Yeah, sir,
Okay.
this is Namita.
So dear
And I'll
friends,
just take the example which you have quoted. No, I haven't doubted, in fact, yeah. And so I'll take the example which you have told that the C8 tires one, right? We took the employees for some outbound training, and we had the training on some behavioral, some invoice creation and all. After that, they are performing and result is visible. But the thing is that when we are taking the employee, or when we are withdrawing them from their job, we are taking them into a room. We are teaching them, fine, it's in a classroom session, but ultimately the learning happens in a field. And for that, the functional managers are responsible, because we gave them a training, going back to their workplace, they are getting trained by the manager. Okay, fine, whatever they have learned. And in fact, they have been guided by the functional manager. So how we will contribute that this is happening because of a training, the effectiveness. Still, I have no doubt what Mr. Voda asked. So still I am stuck there. But how we will say that because of our training, this person, the error in invoice creation, the complaints and all has been improved.
You please consider what were the training objectives that you had set before the training. If
Yeah, it was
your
there.
training
That
objectives
you,
are achieved,
yes, that is there.
then
But the thing is that it's not all because of the training imparted by the training department or
okay.
by the SMEs, because it's a contribution by the functional managers who will be the superior or who will be the lead guiding for them or guiding or supporting them in doing the function or doing the job.
Okay, that is called as holistic development. What you have trained was hands-on. Something we will come to this when we discuss about Kolb's learning cycle. Give me some time. When we come to session number 3, we have something called as Kolb's learning cycle, where we talk about learning from various perspectives or how people learn. They may have learned something from the trainer, they may have learned something from the manager, they may have learned something by themselves, they may have learned something by trial and error. Ultimately, they are giving results. We will come to this when we come to session number 3. Is that okay, Namita?
Yeah, it's okay, fine.
Yeah. I will definitely come to this. Okay. Okay, dear friends, time to move on to the new concept or the next concept, which is called as motivational theories. Okay, we all know what is motivation, a very, very well-known concept. So what's motivation? Any one of you?
Motivation can be it's a force that
Yes.
helps you to keep going.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Fine. That's nice. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, when you look at your syllabus, when you look at the curriculum that is given to you, you will come across 2 types of motivational theories. This theory is little theoretical for some time, and then we will again go on to something very practical. And one more announcement is you may have to bear with me for 2 sessions today. Okay, but then the upcoming session will be very, very lively. We have to touch upon certain theoretical aspects, and we will try to understand these theories. Okay. Okay, let's go one by one. Content theories, something that you see on the screen, and process theories. These are 2 types of motivational theories that your syllabus, your book recommends you to understand about. I'm going to make it very simple to you. I'm going to simplify this for you. Okay. Content theories. Okay. I want let's get lively. Okay. Let's not get too theoretical. I want you to reiterate a very famous dialogue from Bollywood that Amitabh Bachchan makes. What is that? Not from Shahenshah.
It can be Vijay
दर्द
Dinanath
नहीं होता
Chauhan,
है.
पूरा नाम.
Hmm?
It can be Vijay Dinanath Chauhan, पूरा नाम.
Nah,
नहीं
not
नहीं
from.
वो नहीं मेरे पास तुम्हारे पास घर है गाड़ी है बंगला है
Exactly.
मेरे पास क्या है?
Exactly. All of you please recall this. All of you please recall this. मेरे पास क्या है?
माँ है.
गाड़ी है बंगला है बैंक बैलेंस है माँ
Yeah.
है
Fine.
तुम्हारे पास क्या है?
Fine. Okay. Content theories are very specific to this. You know, content theories talk about why people get motivated. That is because they want to have roti, they want to have kapda, they want to have makan, and they may even want to have a BMW car. Content. What is content? Content is stuff. Okay. So, content theories talk about reason behind people getting motivated. And these theories say, or these theories stipulate, these theories make it clear that the reason for people to get motivated is roti, kapda, makan. These are contents in life that they want. They want to chase them. Hence, they are motivated or they get motivated? Okay.
So here this Maslow hierarchy.
I will come to it. I'll come to it.
Okay.
We will understand the framework first. I'll come to it. What are content theories? Content theories are the theories which make it very clear, or these theories try to help us understand why people get motivated. What is the reason behind motivation of people? It is roti, kapda, makan, or it's also called as content. Now, I want all of you to share your own case. Are you motivated by these needs?
Yes.
Yes, at the beginning of the career, we were, in fact.
Yes, you were, right? Right. No, there's no doubt about it. You wanted roti, you wanted kapda, you wanted makan. Do you all agree that these needs keep us motivated?
Yes.
These are
No
the
more. In
basic
fact,
needs
no more. No
at
more.
very
Initially, it was.
initial level, but
Yeah,
not
initial
at
level. Yeah.
At some point, they
Hi,
must have,
sir.
they may have motivated you.
So,
If not,
hi,
yeah,
sir.
yeah, please tell me.
It is required consistently, sir, at all levels.
Yes, right. Please share views. Anyone can share his or her personal journey where you are driven by these needs. You wanted to be independent, you wanted to be self-reliant, you wanted a job. What motivated you? You wanted to have good food, good clothes to wear, a decent house.
Lifestyle improvement.
at this level. We get motivated with some other things like a good learning, good work culture, or and best practices we are using in life.
Yeah, may I go
Yeah,
for
please.
the example? So
Yeah.
this side is Kamna.
Yes,
So
Kamna.
earlier, when I was working in the UAE, so that time I had a choice to, share room with other people. But then my need was to have my own 2 BHK. So I worked hard. I was earning that much. So I took on lease 2 BHK, and then I was staying.
So do you agree with agree with Amitabh Bachchan's dialogue?
Yes. I mean, I totally agree with the dialogue that roti kapda makan, right?
Yes.
That is the basic need that we look forward on the first level. But
Food,
again,
shelter,
with
home. Food, shelter, home. Food,
Yes.
shelter, home.
Next
Okay.
year.
They are basic content. Can you, Sridevi ji, can you be on mute, please? Okay. So, dear friends, content theory is very simple to understand. When we say content, content refers to stuff, some stuff. And what stuff do we need in life? Basic stuff, advanced stuff. Basic stuff refers to food, shelter, water, clothing, all that. Okay. So, at some point, when you want to motivate people as training managers or training heads, consider these theories and tailor make your programs accordingly. That is what these theories try to tell you. Why are you giving this training? Why are you giving this training program? Okay. It could be product training. It could be technical training. You want to generate employment, or you want people to be more productive. So we have different training methods, different programs. Okay. So when you consider or when you design your programs, somewhere content theories are applicable. Because there is a reason why people come to your training program: food, shelter, clothing, or any content. Even if they are looking for academic content, they want to improve their knowledge. That is also content. Are you getting me? Product knowledge is the content. So they are looking for academic content. So those are content theories. Are you getting me?
Yeah, and I think I can quickly give an example of
Yes,
at least
please.
a basic stuff or basic content.
Please,
Like
please.
the program we run vocational training courses,
Yes.
which we normally run for the people who are 10th
Yeah.
dropouts, 10 or 12 dropouts. They are, for their livelihood, they need to have
Yes.
certain kind of a training which can give them this food,
Yes.
shelter, and the clothing.
Yes.
So I can
So
this suits very well.
apprentice training.
Apprentice,
Apprentice
yeah,
training.
apprentice.
So to make them eligible to hold on to a job or at least get a job.
Get a job, yeah.
Okay. So you don't train on high stuff there. You train on basic. So that is content theory. Okay. Now those people who come to attend apprentice training are driven by hunger, driven by poor living standards. So they want to be independent. They're looking for their own food. Hence, they are motivated to come to a training program, sit, attend, learn, get a job. Maybe they go hungry. Now they don't want to go hungry because at least they want to earn their livelihood and live a simple life, or what to say, with good food and all that. Okay. So this is content theory. Now we will come to Maslow's theory. What is Maslow's theory? This is one of the content theories. There are many theories, but the basic framework, the basic summary of all the content theories put together is Amitabh Bachchan's dialogue. Are you all with me?
Yes.
All theories say the
Yes.
same. All theories say the same. Okay. So we will come to Maslow's theory. Is the screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. I'll share it once again. Okay. Okay, so look at this, please. Maslow's theory of motivation. This was given by Abraham Maslow. And this is very, very popular. Hence, all of you must know this. Physiological needs, not psychological, physiological needs, safety needs, belongingness and love, esteem needs, self-actualization needs. Now, I have spoken about roti, kapda, makan, food, shelter. Next, safety needs. What do we do to ensure our safety? What do we do?
Insurance.
Yes, good. We buy a
We do
helmet.
savings and other things for our future, job
Yes.
security.
Yes, we go for life insurance, medical insurance, we buy a helmet. Given an option, you will, you think people will fill their stomach first, or will they buy a helmet first?
Fill their stomach.
Yes.
Basic needs.
So, okay, let's say now there is a job holder who is well to do with his tummy, meaning he can fill up his tummy. Do you think he will go on to the next one? Yes, now my stomach needs are taken care. Something about my
दरवाजा उघडा.
please be on mute. Okay. Then maybe an insurance policy, a helmet, or a medical insurance, something. Okay. Then the next stage is belongingness or love needs, or this is also called as social need, because human beings are social creatures or social animals. Understanding, we join a club, we join a WhatsApp group, walking group, friends group, get together. You may not have to train people on this. This happens automatically. Okay. Then the next one, esteem needs. What are esteem needs? From buying a simple unbranded shirt, now the choice will change from an unbranded shirt to a Peter England shirt or an Alan Solly shirt. Because some status, some snob value is now a part of need. Again, there is no training for this. This happens automatically. Okay. Then the next one is self-actualization. We have heard so much about many courses like mindfulness, self-exploration, inner engineering. Can you give something called inner engineering course to an apprentice and ask him to go and attend?
No, sir.
No.
No.
The motivations will not be there even if they join.
Absolutely. Maybe you can give it to somebody who is put in about 15-20 years of experience, good decent salary, frustrated with the job, or probably he's bogged down by office politics. Then maybe self-actualization helps him to come back and be resilient. So this helps us understand at what career stage, what training program must be tailor-made or given. Imagine a manufacturing sector, hardcore field job, manufacturing sector, floor level job. Day one of his joining, orientation done. A week goes by. He's still unsure whether he can sustain or no. Can you depute him to a high-end mental refreshing training, something like inner engineering, mindfulness, and all that? It may not really suit. It may not give results because the person is not grown up to that level. So this model helps us to understand what training can be given at what time. Are you getting me? So now I have an exercise for you. Are you all ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Okay.
sir.
Here goes the exercise for you. In your respective sector, you work in manufacturing, telecom, LIC, pharma, irrespective of your fields, taking help or taking reference of this model, can you think what can be your training strategy to train different people based on Maslow's theory? We have different career stages.
Sir, can you please repeat?
Okay. You have to refer to Maslow's theory that I have just explained, and you will have to design training content or training strategy to train people at different job levels. And see if there is any difference. Ultimately, the person must get motivated. The person.
Can I ask something?
Yeah, please.
Dr. Sanjay, one situation that we have in the current context of training the Gen Z, because Gen Z is something which has been spoken of late quite often.
Yes.
Now, incidentally, if we consider the Gen Z, we are catering to a class of population who probably does not want an Android.
Yes.
Or does not want a normal Splendor bike. Right?
Yes.
They want a Bullet, or they want to actually have an iPhone, even if it comes at the cost of EMIs.
Yes, right.
So, what stage this people falls in?
So you can tweak this model. You can tweak this traditional model. and you can actually generate a model of your own. You can take off the first level and you
My
can
question
give it
comes from
some.
the context. I'm sorry.
I know. Even now, the next generation is Gen Alpha.
Fair enough.
After Gen Z, there is Gen Alpha. Gen
Correct.
Alpha is still more faster than Gen Z. Okay.
Truly taking that point. Now the situation is that what type of people come across, they want an iPhone, but they
Yes.
might not have the basic necessities with them. They are
Yes.
not the most affluent people in the society.
Yes. Yes.
Yet they go on with the fourth stage of Maslow's law.
Yet, what do I say? They are crazy for show off. They are sort of unprepared for their future. They want to live a jolly life. They want luxury. They want
अरे नहीं
luxury.
यार,
I agree
ठीक
with
है
you.
पक्का. अभी तो बुखार हुआ नहीं है ना.
Mute कर दो please. हाँ जी.
फिर कुछ गड़बड़ कर रहा है क्या?
I don't know who is on.
DP.
I request all of you to be on mute, please, unless you have a question.
My only situation is that obviously we can tweak the model, but
Yes.
the only thing is that many times the training things do not match up to what they are requiring, and that's the reason that attrition of late has been on a higher side.
Exactly, I agree with you. So for that, you think Maslow's model will not work?
No, it will work with due respect. The only thing is the sensitization of the Gen Z not being there for security and all.
Yes.
They go on to that esteem level quite early.
Yes, that is true. And I perfectly agree with you. This model was proposed long back in the 1940s.
So can we say that they are already on the
Oh, sorry, there's so much of disturbance. Okay, Ayush, you have a question?
Yes, they are on the fourth level already.
No, they may not be at the fourth level, because fourth level is something where a person realizes his inner core strength. The person knows his hidden potential. When the person grows up to the level of CEO or a MD, when the person sees a bigger picture, that is self-actualization.
Dr. Sanjay, if I may,
I'm talking about the esteem needs, like the feeling of accomplishment.
I will complete my answer with Hitesh ji, and then I will come to others. Okay, Hitesh ji, if you think this model can be tweaked or this model needs little revamp, you can do that for pharma sector, and probably that is an outcome from the discussion that we are having here, and we can actually propose this model and we can propagate this model. We can even get a patent when we design this training methodology for Gen Z.
Right.
I perfectly agree with you. This was proposed in the 1940s, early 1940s. It may have become redundant now because Gen Z comes with a different mindset altogether. And if there can be any model that we can develop together, this ISTD 91st batch can actually take up this assignment and develop a model for entry-level Gen Z staff or entry-level Gen Z employees. That is our contribution to the HR world. And we all can implement that because Gen Z is everywhere now.
Yeah, in fact, it's all there in all industries.
In fact, that can be the assignment for this particular batch. That is what we can give back to the HR world. It's a very valid and interesting question that you have posed.
We'll probably put our thoughts together.
Yes, we'll put our thoughts together. We'll stitch our thoughts. We will come up with a model and we will claim, and we can actually develop a model. We can propagate this model. This model can appear in textbooks. This model can appear in all the corporate training agendas. And that is the contribution of ISTD to the HR world. That is why these brainstorming sessions are worth and valid for.
Sir, should I add something?
Yes, yeah, please.
Actually, this is a very basic model, and as far as the generation is concerned, the advancement of science and technology.
Yes, I am definitely with you all.
But, sir,
If you,
something
yeah,
I would like to add here is we might be flying high in the sky, but we should not forget the firm hold on the ground. So that is the saying
yes,
which is applicable over here. There are the so many things, so many psychological aspects and needs are totally transformed. Especially we look at the generation what we are talking about latest.
yes, definitely.
Definitely transformation of the needs are already there, but however, lastly it is connected to basic only. And secondly, if we are not connected with the basics, the diseases automatically start developing.
Yes,
Even these are the agendas held by the United Nations through
yes,
their SDGs.
very good, very good.
So it is not at all an avoidable kind of thing. If people are just bypassing their basics, so they have some other repercussions on their life like diseases.
I agree with you.
Lot of things are there.
Today's youngsters may not join a
Thank you.
job. They may start the startup. They may get into startups instead of a job. So just like the basic, like you mentioned about basics, see, for all the cars that we see plying on the roads, there are 4 tires, right? Even the old Ambassador had 4 tires. But now we have moved on to EVs. Likewise, this model also needs to be given a new state, new life. And I promise you all that we can actually develop a model with a lot of iterations, with a lot of discussions, the pros and cons. After validity and after testing, we can develop one model especially for Gen Z. I am with all of you. We can do this together.
Sir,
Can I add something?
Yes,
Sir, can I
Venkatramanji.
ask something?
Venkatramanji.
yes. Thank you, Professor. What I feel here, Maslow's theory and Deming principle. Like, suppose if they are basically in my views, I am getting a view like this, that they are not even understanding uh, what they have to fulfill first and then move forward, but they are directly jumping into the flying mode.
The higher level, flying mode.
Higher level.
No
Only
takeoff,
thing,
direct jump.
Here, we have to enable them to think.
Okay.
Have you meet the basic requirement of your food, shelter needs,
So some sort of
and your security needs.
Some
Like
sort
that,
of directed learning. Some sort of directed learning.
Yes. Like a PDCA. Once it is done, again you can go back to your flying mode. Okay,
Yes.
it is not a little lacuna in our education system, also leading to this. That's what I am getting
Your
a
point.
feel.
Yes, direct input from Venkatramanji to Hiteshji. The first level can be directive learning for Gen Z because they are directionless. They are sort of misled by self or others or by social media frenzy. So there can be, the first stage can be directed learning.
Done. Thanks.
The problem with this generation Gen Z we are talking about is they have forgotten the difference between need to have and good to have. They are more inclined towards with the good to have, wherein where we were in that stage, we were like focused on what is need to have.
Yes.
So we need to direct the learning to a direction where we can, as Venkat sir said, we need to direct them to a learning stage where we can give them the guidance about first stage is the basic and the Marshall's law stand intact. And then once you fulfill your basic, you can just go ahead with the fantasies. So with the Gen Zs, we see they barely have their stipends in place and they're aiming for the one entire year stipend for one iPhone.
Yes.
And they're okay with that.
They're
right?
okay with that.
So where is it taking them? We being part of the learning, skill development, we need to somehow develop a mechanism that can guide through it. But the problem here is we are trying to direct them to a channel where they don't want to go.
Yes. Which
right?
they
it
end up
has
not
to,
going. They
Yes.
end up not going.
Yes. So, but we, as in part of this fraternity, we have to, rather than going with the flow and directing them the way they want to go, we have to ensure the grounds are set straight.
Yes.
Bache, this is not how it is happening.
Yes.
And we are not promoting this.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely right.
So,
Absolutely
this
Sir,
is
if I
the
may,
major challenge that we are facing.
Absolutely right.
sir,
Correct,
if
Sanjay.
Yes,
I would
yeah.
like to say add on something here. We all have walked upon all the ladders. That's why we know value of each things.
Yes.
But others, I mean, the generation today's, the parents have kept everything ready, so they are directly coming to second year, third year, fourth stage.
Yeah. Yes.
That
Yes.
is a major reason they are losing out.
Yes. Yes. Hitesh, you can actually start working on this model. The concepts can be, the keywords can be direction, sensitization. See what is coming out from this brainstorming. I'm very happy that we are able to, churn our thoughts and do something good for the HR society. So direction and sensitization can be the words that we can consider. Yes, Shivani, you have something to say? You have raised your
Yes,
hand.
sir. Thank you so much, sir, for allowing me to say something. Sir, first of all, it is very exciting that we are thinking about working on something together, and that too with such a burning topic. Sir, I want to ask your thoughts over. See, Maslow's need hierarchy model is focusing upon a rather generalistic approach, sir. In my experience, even if we are talking about a generation like Gen Z, it varies. The motivation levels also varies as per the demography, as per what part of country they are coming. If it is a tier 3 city or tier 2 city. So how would you like to take upon this, sir?
I missed the last but one statement of yours. I just missed
Yes, so
last but one.
yeah, so I'm asking if like generation, entire generation we are talking about, which is Gen Z or Gen Alpha. So how we are going to take up with the demography and how we are going to take up with the geographical locations levels, because motivation level changes a lot. Tier 3
Yes,
city,
yes, yes,
tier
yes.
2 city, in that
Okay,
case.
yes, yes. So the mentality of a rural bunch may not be very akin or same to an urban bunch. So when we develop this model, probably we can consider as one more input, demographic question to demographic quality must also be considered when we develop a model. Yes, definitely there is change in the mindset. There is definitely change in the lifestyle when you compare a
Sir,
rural bunch with an urban bunch.
Sir, if
let
I
me
may
add.
add, yeah, sorry. I was just thinking, listening to everyone, it's absolutely right, most of you, what you've said. Um, the Maslow's hierarchy doesn't change here, right? So that definitely will remain our
Yes,
foundation.
it
Only
will.
the approach to these
Yes.
generations will change, right?
Yes.
So our approach, like I am conducting a training for those who are in senior coaching level, my approach to them will be definitely different than to the onboarding sessions. Initially when we did onboarding, it was like, you complete your assignments, you get placed in the right one. But today's onboarding sessions, depending on the alpha, the Gen Z's and all of that, right, they need a lot of
Yes.
recognition,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
They're like, what will I get? What can I post on the Instagram that I got this award? What can I put it on LinkedIn? I got onboarding award or something like that. So the hierarchy or the foundation remains same. That
Yes,
this will
absolutely.
change that.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I
Only
agree
the
with you.
approach to the generations can change, and we need to tweak it as and when we see such kind of scenarios.
I agree with you. I agree with you. And I have one analogy to explain it better. What is the typical Indian food habit or food style that we follow? We get up in the morning, tea,
That's right.
breakfast, lunch, high tea, not every day, someday, but ideally 5 out of 7 days. What is our routine? Tea, breakfast, lunch, something in the evening, and dinner, right? This is like traditional Maslow's theory. Now, because of a certain diseases, non-communicable disease like stress, anxiety, regular tea is replaced by green tea, or regular tea is now out of the table. There is green tea, right? Breakfast, regular poha, some idli and all that. So oats come there. Okay. Lunch, full meal, no full meal. You have a run over lunch. Okay. Then you come in the evening, something like vada pav or a
Snacks.
sev puri or a samosa, ideal. That is replaced by something called a smoothie or a fruit. You go back to the home, you go back to your residence, and then normally there is rice, dal, and all that. Now, white rice is replaced by brown rice.
Brown.
Model is same. Is that, Janet, is that fitting? Is that okay with you? Is
Yeah,
that fitting into your?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So the model remains the same, but the content,
Absolutely.
the content.
Yeah, that is what I'm
Okay.
saying, that, you
Yes,
know, it's
yes.
we cannot change. Maybe, and I completely agree with most of you what you're saying, and this is the ground reality that all of us are facing with the Gen Zs, and but what I understood with all these trainings is that, you know, it's just the approach that we need to look into it.
Yes, right.
Good
So,
afternoon, sir. My name is
good
Manya. I would like to share an input with you.
Yes,
If we
please.
can, since we know that Gen Z is more inclined towards the digital era, the digital this thing, right? So
Yes.
we can add a layer of digital well-being,
Yes.
wherein we can put sub
Yes.
topics to addresses digital balance and mental health awareness.
Yes, yes. Something like screen
Something
time.
related to just you mentioned now that as per the stress thing, their choices are getting changed.
Yes, true. True.
Thank
That's
you.
true. That's a good option. That's a good option. So
Thank you, sir.
various perspectives can be looked into. That's a good thing. So dear 91st batch people, very, very healthy discussion. And I want this healthy discussion, brainstorming to translate into a well-researched, well-prepared model to tweak Maslow's theory. We are not competing against Maslow's. We are just we are not trying to defame or belittle this great theory. We are just trying to mold, we are just trying to prepare one for the current generation. Are you all with me?
Yeah, I
Yes,
think
sir.
Yes.
that would be a wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
a
sir.
wonderful.
So,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
so what
Let me tell something more.
Yes, please, DPG.
Something known as, my name is Daninder, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, something known as value education. Nowadays, it is been again started in our country.
Yes,
And
so
that was, something a very old concept. And even nowadays, it's also there in private industry too, known as life coaching. So
yeah.
again, we trainers play a very pivotal role in terms of counseling the parents,
Yes.
children, school, teachers, and at large whole society and the nation, even in the world too.
Yes.
So we can look at the models like Sri Ravi Shankar,
Yes.
Sadhguru, and all.
Yes.
All these are playing a very pivotal role throughout the world, and
Yes.
it's a big economy too.
So this can be
So
one of the levels, like we have safety needs. This can be a value need. This can be a layer in the model that we will be preparing. Your inputs are absolutely right. So
Sir, can I
can
add
we?
something?
Yes, yes, please.
Yes, sir. So, sir, I am someone who is a part of the Gen Z group, and I just wanted to contribute to the conversation by adding a little bit of my experience as a Gen Z.
Yes. So before that,
Yeah.
I hope you're not feeling offended because
No,
everybody.
no, no, not at all. I actually think it's a very great topic which was picked up, and I totally relate to everyone's points with the whole iPhone thing, and where we Gen Zs, we already have a comparative advantage because our parents have work so hard. So I just wanted to add in that yes, this is the reality, and I myself also faced this as a Gen Z, because when I joined the corporate industry 1.5 year back, my parents were actually well settled. So the basic needs of roti, kapda, makan was
Taken care of. Taken
yeah,
care of.
taken care of. Yes. So I think this is a very great conversation that we should take forward, and try to make amends to the existing model. So yeah, just wanted to
Yes, good. So
contribute.
good. Your contribution is
Sir,
perfectly right, and you
sorry.
will be our live sample to
Sure,
work on.
sure. Yes, yes.
So for the matter of fact, I also belong from that specific Gen Z
So
group.
you will be our second. You will be our second sample to work on.
For sure, sir.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, absolutely. Because I think all the Gen Zs who belong to especially metropolitan cities, I think unka roti kapda makan is generally
Taken care.
taken care of. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
So,
Yeah.
See, one more thing, sir. One more thing here.
instead of
I
roti, you
mentioned
say
earlier,
you prefer pizza. You don't prefer roti.
sir,
They are
earlier I
full with
mentioned,
rotis, you see. They are full with rotis.
Stuffed rotis, healthy, not simple rotis.
सर अर्लियर आई मेंशन्ड अबाउट डिजीजेस
Yes.
तो इसमें एक कहावत है हिंदी में कि खुद को खुदा पाने के लिए खुद को ही मरना पड़ता है so it is not all about all kind of any kind of generation. I am connected to all
Yeah.
those who are having castles, they are going to mountains and rural areas for spending some time and enjoyment in the huts, in the tentes, and even in the purely rural setup. And those who are having already those who are not having castles or big bungalows in the metropolitan cities,
Yes.
they are striving for that. So
Yes.
it is a kind of cycle.
Yes.
And
Yes.
what I want to add here is that there might be something taken care of, basic needs,
Yes.
what earlier speaker has mentioned.
Yes.
But quality aspect, you have to go on the ground for checking the quality aspect, especially of your basic needs.
Yes.
That is the most dangerous thing.
No, we are
What
not running
today's
away.
world is facing.
We are not running away, or we are not discarding the old principles. The cardinal principles will remain. Like I
Right, sir.
mentioned, tea will remain, but it will be green tea. Okay.
Right,
Thus,
sir.
we cannot change the basics, but
No.
beyond that, we can something little different about that
Yes.
based on the current generation and all.
True. Correct. Okay. So can we proceed a little further? We will now.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
I'm so
Sure, sir.
sorry for interrupting in between, but I had been raising my hand for so long, so
Okay.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to ask.
Gulaf.
Gulaf Shah Khan here.
Yes. Gulaf Shah. Yeah. Please tell me.
So, sir, as we were talking, I'll talk about the previous, the content theory, or like the Maslow's theory only. So, the foundation remains the same. However, we can
absolutely.
look at it from different perspectives. So, I'll just give an example. For an example, if I'm conducting an induction batch, right? An NHT. Now, there, if I look at it through Maslow's theory, that perspective, so for maybe the physiological need can be that they are just entering, like they are just they are in the induction, they are at the associate level or the entry level, and for them the physiological need can be getting that job, clearing that induction program. After that, when it comes to safety needs, so maybe an offer letter, getting an offer letter would be the safety need for them. Belongingness, it can be that they have become a part of the team, they are getting the appreciation they deserve.
Good.
That can be the belongingness. For
Good.
the esteem needs, now it can be the promotion. Now I
Good.
want
Yes.
the promotion and everything, right? I want to move to the next level of the hierarchy.
Good.
And the self actualization, now I got the promotion, now I'm exploring and I want to know which domain exactly I want to pursue. Maybe I want to go to the training department, I want to go to operations, it can be maybe quality, it can be different things, right? Where I exactly want to grow.
Good.
And once I go to the self actualization, I get into the domain, then again I'll come back to the physiological need. However, I have achieved that job offer letter, I got the promotion, but once I have achieved it, maybe my physiological need would be getting paid better, and then it continues in that way, if I have understood it
No,
correct.
no, it's absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Thank
Absolutely
you so
right.
much, sir.
Your explanation perfectly fits into the model with tweakings.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Thank you for that answer. Thank you. Okay, dear friends, now we will move on to the next set of theories called as process theories. In content theories, we spoke of roti, kapda, makan, the content that people look for. In process theories, the summary is how do we get this roti? How do we get this makan? Is it by ethical or unethical ways? When we speak of this, we are referring to process theories. To get that roti, to get that kapda, to get that makan, what route will I take? That's process theory.
That means the how of the things.
Yeah, yes. We want to get some things. How do we get it? What route will we take? Is it by mudslinging? Is it by snatching somebody else's bread? Or is it by hard work? How do we get? Process theories speak about the how and definitely the route taken to get roti, kapda, makan. Some people are motivated by negative way or a shortcut way to climb the mountain. Some people are motivated by disciplinary way of getting things. Some people take the short route. Some people take a long route. Some people are driven by ethical values. Some people are not. They snatch somebody's chair and then they take. So what motivates us? How do we get that content? So process theories talk about that. Okay. The first one in that is something called as B.F. Skinner's reinforcement theory. Okay. Something called as Skinner's reinforcement theory. Let me give you an example. Suppose there is an employee who is involved in office politics. He is a whistleblower in hiding to the manager. He goes and he's a spy, in other words. He goes to, or he plays a conduit. He goes to the manager every now and then, blows stories of people or the ways of working of people. Suddenly from nowhere, he gets a promotion. Now, he is emboldened by this fact that if I cut stories or if I create stories and pat my own back, I will get promotion. He will continue to do that because that particular behavior is reinforced. This is one side of the story. The other side of the story is there has been an employee who is absolutely humble, straight, sincere, ethical, gets timely promotion, is not a part of any office politics, but he is friends with all. He has a good professional rapport with everyone, but is not a part of office politics. Gets timely promotion, increment. Do you think he will continue to do the same way or he will switch his side?
He will, no?
He will continue.
He's
Sir, I think
will
continue the same way.
Will continue the same way. That is called positive reinforcement. Because he realizes that if I follow this path, I will grow, I will do well, I can get good name. The other side is also true. He is involved in office politics, creates a rat of people, goes out, opens his ugly mouth, there is promotion coming to him. This happens sometimes. So he is emboldened, he is negatively reinforced by wrong things. That is also called as reinforcement. The way a person is reinforced or strengthened by his action, by his behavior, by his talk, that's called B.F. Skinner's reinforcement theory. Do you think it's a process there? We have spoken about two people or two cases have been discussed here. One, a whistleblower in hiding, and another one, a strict, disciplined person. Both are getting reinforced in some way. Whichever way appeals to us, whichever way brings success to us, we are likely to follow that. That's called reinforcement. We know this very clearly that during our school days, if our homework was due and pending, we have got punishment. So that punishment is to cut down that behavior or to cut down that laziness and to bring in that discipline. You do homework and there is appreciation. You don't do homework, get into homework pending, the teacher suddenly becomes a horror. And that lazy behavior is cut down or is uprooted. That's called reinforcement theory. It's as simple as that. And suppose good disciplined behavior has given results, then that behavior is likely to continue and becomes the second nature of the person. That's called positive reinforcement theory. Are you getting me?
Uh,
Yes, please.
Sure, I am a bit confused. So the thing is, so what I understood is that we have two types of ways, like one is positive and the other one is negative.
Yes.
Positive is where a person is friendly, disciplined, and that's how the person achieves the goals. And negative, it's like being a whistleblower, getting involved in the office politics, and seeing that's a way to get the promotion. Being in the good books of the managers by doing all the unethical practices.
Yes.
Right? So Skinner's reinforcement theory, it is that a person who is getting into the using the negative approach to bring that person back to the right track by using maybe a way of punishing them, not exactly punishing like we used to get the punishment during our school days, but getting a way by which the person can be on the right track. Is that Skinner's reinforcement theory?
No. Please note.
Sure.
Okay. Please don't get confused. Suppose I get rewards for being a traffic, a law-abiding citizen. I will give you an example, okay? I'll give you an example.
Sure, sir.
How many times have we heard of the stories or articles in the newspaper where an auto rickshaw owner finds out that a passenger of his had left back 5 kgs of gold or 1 lakh rupees. It's out that in hurry, the passenger has left the bag back and he goes to the police station or the commissioner, hands it over and says, "Sir, I don't know who he was," because we normally don't get into rapport with the auto rickshaw owner. We travel for 15-20 minutes or half an hour and then we get down and we go to our place. So this auto rickshaw driver, right, finds out that a bag is left back with 1 lakh rupees, goes to the commissioner, and the commissioner rewards him for his sincere behavior. Now, this is positive reinforcement because he was rewarded. Do you think he will continue to do this the next time?
Yes, sir. If your efforts are appreciated, obviously.
That is called as positive reinforcement. Second case, the second case, it is not about correcting people. It is about consistently following something that rewards us. That is called as reinforcement. Okay. And cutting down or stopping that punishes us. For example, the same auto rickshaw driver jumps the signal, is fined heavily. Now forget about gold case or that 1 lakh rupees. Forget it. Take your own case. Once you accidentally jumped the signal and the cop came to you, imposed a heavy fine on you. It really pinched you to pay so much of fine. Will you jump the signal the next time?
I'll be more careful.
Yeah,
I won't.
that is called as negative reinforcement because you got punishment. So reinforcement says whatever punishes us, we will not continue. Whatever rewards us, we will continue. That is called as reinforcement theory.
Okay, sir. It's clear. It's much clear now. Thank you.
Absolutely clear. One more thing I want to pass on to you as trainers. If you are explaining something to your trainees tomorrow, please visualize that. When I was talking about traffic signal case to you, I literally visualized a traffic post or a traffic place, and I jumped a person coming. This automatically gets registered onto your minds because indirectly I'm sending and transmitting these signals onto your brain, and you will connect that. These are all psychological techniques of conducting good sessions, good training sessions, or good classes.
Sure, sir.
Okay, so this is B.F. Skinner's reinforcement theory.
True, sir. Very true, sir.
So this is Subhashini here. So what I've understood is there are two kinds of behavior. In anyone, it could be positive or negative. So the learning that we get from the negative behavior, yeah, maybe the correction that we make from our negative behavior to change it to the positive behavior and make a participant understand that you learn from your, from the heavily fined whatever example that you've given. Yeah.
Negative reinforcement will not continue because it is painful. Positive behavior will continue, and that becomes a part of your process and personality because that rewards you. How many times have we promised the next generation, our children, do well in your exam? There is a gift waiting for you. What will the child do? Okay, my papa will give me a bicycle. He will give a new dress. If I do well, so let me do well. You scold the child, you hammer the child, and the child is likely to stop that because the child does not want punishment. Yes or no? So this is called as process theories of motivation. Why is it process? Because that becomes a part of process and personality. Okay, fine. Now, we have the next one, which is called Adams equity theory. I'm taking the anti-clockwise direction. Adams equity theory. It means the person will follow a process which is equal to his investment and efforts. This is ideal mind. How does it work? Adams equity theory says the person will make it a part of his process that he will give or he will contribute to the extent that he is paid for. In an office setting, if a person is paid 30,000 rupees as a salary. He will not do the work which is worth 50,000. That becomes a part of his process. Any new extra work you do, you give, the person, because it's not a part of his programmed software, it's not a part of process. So there is rejection. There is defer. There is deferring. So equity theory says inputs equate output, meaning one more local example. You go to a retail store or you go to a fruit stall, you have 100 rupees. There are bananas out there in the store. Let's say every banana will cost you 10 rupees. The shopkeeper, the stall owner will only give you 10 bananas. You have 100 rupees, each banana costing 10 rupees. So he will give you 10 bananas only. He will not give you the 11th banana. Why? Cost to cost. Similarly, it becomes a part of your process. In an office setting, inputs equate output. This is a general mindset. Now, as trainers, our challenge is to break this equity and make people work. It's very difficult. I don't say it's easy. I don't say it's easy. To convince people to take additional task at the same cost is difficult. If a person, for example, OT, overtime, for workers in the office setting or in the manufacturing setting, 8 hours shift, 1,000 rupees per day. The person is ready to work for another hour as well. Will he work at the same cost or will he demand OT?
Demand OT.
That is based on Adam's equity, because his mind, or it's a part of his process, that 8 hour means 1,000 rupees, I'm going to work that. And it's very difficult to change, let me tell you. Are you getting me? The next one, goal setting theory. We all set goals based on the motivational level that we have or the processes that we adopt in life. Suppose I follow a highly corrupt politician. I'm not taking names. I'm just giving you an example. If I follow a highly, or I admire, I'm a die-hard fan of a highly corrupt politician, what will be the process that I am likely to follow? What goals will I set? Let me at least make half of his money. Half the money that he has made by some crooked means. So our goals are set by the processes that we follow in our lives. Suppose I am following a very, what do I say, disciplined, ethical, gentleman, statesman. I am likely to set goals based on the process that I have for my own self since ages and years. For example,
I think I have real life example for this. Please allow me.
Yeah.
So my cousin brother, he's a older brother, and he has set objective for himself that he is gonna have more than 14 degrees in his lifetime, because he follows Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. So he's on to it actually. So I think, if I'm not wrong, so the person you follow, the person is idol for you. You're gonna set your goals.
Idle, and learning does not require any additional motivational tablet for him, or reading, acquiring degrees is not by any external tablet of motivation that becomes a part of his process. That is how we set our goals. Okay, that's goal setting theory. Room's expectancy theory, very simple. If we want to get motivated or we want to be in a high state of motivation always, we expect a few things. What are these few things? Rewards, appreciation, recognition. Nothing wrong. We are all humans. We are all human beings. We are not saints. And we work with corporate employees who are money minded. And we cannot deny this fact. It's a reality. We're not in ashram. We are not in a hermitage. We are in a business setup. So if you have to motivate people, this Room's expectancy theory says very simple thing. If you have to motivate people, you will have to understand what people expect. Normally, people expect recognition, reward, appreciation in various forms. So that is how, and that becomes a process. You reward an employee, it becomes a process. You reward, he will do. You reward, he will do. You appreciate, he will do. That's all. So that is process theory. Did you understand, dear friends?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yes, sir.
Purushottam here,
Sir,
I
please
have one doubt.
repeat goal setting theory once again.
Sorry?
Goal setting theory. Yes, yes.
A goal setting theory becomes a part of our process and personality. We set goals based on the level of motivation that we have.
Sir, yeah, Purushottam here.
Yes, Purushottam ji.
Sir, goal set theory can we correlate to KPIs in industries?
That is goal setting done by the management.
Yeah,
We are talking about goal setting by every individual, not organizations.
Okay.
Setting KPIs is the task of management.
Okay.
We are talking about goal setting at an individual level. How do you derive motivation? Where do you derive your motivation from? How do you set your goals? It is directly proportional to the level of motivation that you have with you. We are not talking about organizational goal setting.
Okay, sir.
We are not talking about the KPIs, KRAs, no.
Okay.
Okay. So, dear learners, thank you so much.
Sir, I have one question, sir.
Just a question. Just a quick question, sir.
Yes.
Sir,
Can you explain this in context of this intrinsic and the extrinsic motivation? So, the one which we just recently talked about, the process theories. Yeah.
Intrinsic motivation, a person is naturally motivated. No external source is required to keep him going. Extrinsic motivation is when you give an injection of motivation through rewards, to appreciation or recognition. And that is a part of
context of this process
Room's
theory,
expectations theory. Room's expectations theory.
Okay, so that's different, I think, that we haven't discussed it here.
Intrinsic motivation means a person is naturally driven, naturally motivated. You ask Sachin Tendulkar, why did you play for India? Intrinsic motivation, naturally driven power. He wanted to play for the country, he has played. He is not playing because somebody will recognize him as the best batsman or the ICC cricketer of the year. He is passionate. Intrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation is when the motivation is to be injected from an external source. And that is reality. We have to motivate people. For example, voting. Some of us naturally vote because we want to exercise our democratic right. Some of the people are not naturally motivated to vote. They want some goodies. They want a welcome message. So it's as simple as that. So some of them naturally are motivated to work. Some of them are not naturally motivated to work. They require an external injection. So that's, and what are these external injections? What people expect: reward, recognition, appreciation. Okay. So dear friends, I don't want to keep you hungry. Rats in your belly may have started running now. They may have come out. So I will not keep you hungry anymore. Please do take care of the rats in your
Sir, I
belly.
have one question, sir.
Yes.
As we discussed in the Adam's theory, which is belongs to the equality, that how much a person will work, accordingly how much money he will get.
Yes.
So, sir, as you know, and you discussed that comes in the process theory, that how part.
Yes.
So, sir, in Adam's theory, is there any mechanism, because it's a perception of a train?
Okay. Simple. I want you to visualize a weighing balance. The traditional weighing balance that a roadside vegetable vendor will use.
Sir, sometimes they are using computerized measurement.
Okay. No. I want you to use, I want you to visualize the traditional weighing machine, not digital.
Yes, sir.
Two sides weighing machine. There is balance.
Yes, sir.
Right? So input on one side, output on one side.
Right.
Right? That is Adam's equity theory. Very simple. Now, how to change this? Kamna has put out that. Good. This is equity theory. Input is equal to output. They balance. Imbalance will not last long. Very
But
simple.
sir, as far as as a training prospects,
if this rule will hold good to most of us, if you have to increase the output, increase the input. What is input? More salary, more incentive, expect better outcome. That is why the concept of fringe benefits have come in. Medical allowance, phone allowance, special care, entertainment allowance. That is the extra what you give to expect more from people. Very simple. If you have to increase the output, you can't increase the output without an input. That is why the concept of fringe benefits have come in.
Dr. Deshpande, would you be sharing the PDF document in the chat box?
I will share this with ISTD NHQ, and you will get this all on your WhatsApp group with recording.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Please take care of the rats.
Thank you, sir.
We'll connect
Thank you.
again.
Bye. Thank you so much,